Manifestation sometimes is very quick. It happens very fast. The energy that you put behind a thing can transform a thing almost immediately. But here's what they don't tell you. Greetings, beautiful ones. How you doing? Good. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you here, my name is Fran. I am the owner of Angels with Fran, the Intentional Living Academy, and co-owner of the Woo Woo Girl Collections. This is a place where faith meets flow, and we get intentional about living richly in every area of our lives. This is a place where we bridge the spiritual with the physical. All right, I'm glad you're here. So I want you to know that today I want to talk about something that will possibly shed a little bit of light on why your manifestations may not be coming as quickly as you'd like for them to, and how you can speed up that process. So many years ago, I was working in corporate America. So about 25 years ago, I started this business, and I was still working in corporate America at that time, but I always had this desire to do something else. And I knew that my work needed to be more purposeful than what I was doing at that point, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I knew what it wasn't, but I didn't have any clarity on what it was, but I knew that I would be working for myself. So at that point, there were two different versions of Fran that existed. There was the version of me that was going to work every day, not wanting to be there, building someone else's business, just living, right? Not by design, but by default. I was living by default. Just doing what I felt I needed to do, was being a contributor to my family, right? But I was longing for this version of myself, the version that was self-sufficient, made her own schedule, was working in a purposeful position, doing things that mattered to me, because this to me didn't matter. All this was a paycheck. But this thought and this desire and this feeling that I had within my soul that was calling me to something else felt very purposeful. So again, those are two different versions of myself. When you are experiencing quantum leaping, a lot of people will talk to you about quantum leaping, but they don't really explain to you exactly what quantum leaping is. Quantum leaping is simply you aligning with a higher version of yourself that already exists. So in this life, we have many paths that we can take. We have the path that we're on. So let's see. Let me back that up, because this makes me really excited, as y'all can tell. Let me back this up. So in our lives, we have many different paths. Right? We have so many roads and paths that we can take. On each path and every road that you are desiring to take, that you're feeling led to do, there is already a version of you there's on that path. So there's already a higher version of you making all the money that you desire, in the best relationship that you desire, in the best health that you want to be in, having all the money that you desire. There's already a version of you on that path. You're on this version here. I'm going to say the lower vibrational version, because you haven't chosen a higher version. You have not aligned with the higher thought. And here's the secret. Here's the thing about it that's so very interesting. That is that we are already created to be everything that we need to be. On all of those paths, those versions are you. It's just like when you ask to see your higher self. Have you asked to ever see your higher self? Like, seeing your higher self is mind-blowing, because you realize, wow, I'm really living kind of on the lower end of things. because there's a version of me that's already up here doing everything that I need to do. That's what quantum leaping is. It's just you aligning with the version of yourself that already exists. You don't have to recreate yourself. You don't have to change anything about you but how you think about who you are. It's all about your self-identity. It's all about your self-worth. It's all about what you believe that you are, who you believe you are. And your soul is leading you to your higher purpose. Your soul is already leading you to that space, but sometimes we cannot even see ourselves there. So that path remains, but it's not traveled because this is where you see yourself. That's what manifestation and quantum leaping is. It's aligning to, getting to, attaching to that version of you that already exists, doing what you want to do, being who you are. That's why I tell people that I don't believe in the whole fake it till you make it thing, because really you're not faking it. You're just stepping into the version of you that is already doing that thing. It's like divinely aligning to who you are. We're not supposed to be here barely making it and not having enough of nothing. We're not supposed to be living like that. That's not how we were created to live, but that's how we have chosen to live. And just like you've chosen to live this way, if you choose to live as a higher aligned version of yourself, your life will transform into that version. But here's the thing. You can't decide today, I'm going to live in that higher version of myself. And today you do all the work. You do everything that you say you're going to do. You get up early, you go work out, you get to your desk, you do this, you do that, you're sending out emails, you're contacting people, you're doing all the things so that you can align with that highest version of yourself. Tomorrow, you don't see the results from all the things you did yesterday, and you immediately decide, okay, this quantum leaping doesn't work. This doesn't work. Manifestation sometimes is very quick. It happens very fast. The energy that you put behind a thing can transform a thing almost immediately. But here's what they don't tell you. It's not transforming your physical reality immediately. It's transforming your inner reality immediately. And everything starts from within. How you feel about yourself, how you love yourself, everything starts within. And then you begin to attract the things that you feel worthy of, that you feel deserving of. But you can't say to someone, I know I deserve this, and I know I'm the best, and I know I should be doing that, when your inner man is saying, no, you don't. You don't feel like that. You don't believe that. And let me just explain to you that your life will dictate exactly how you feel. If you say, I'm a millionaire, I know I should be a millionaire, and you're not taking one millionaire action, do you know that your inner being says, well, that's not true, so I don't know why we're talking about that. You have to become the identity of yourself that is already doing the thing. Because in the quantum field, in the spiritual realm, it's already happening. Do you understand that? It's already happening for you. There is no desire that you have been given that God has not given you a way to fulfill it. There is nothing in your life that you desire that there's not a way that you can have it. Do you understand? Every desire that you have is valid. That is why you have it. Everything that you desire to do in this world, there is a version of you that is already doing it. So you're not pretending. You're not acting as if. You are. However, you've chosen not to be. So now you have to choose to be that best version of yourself so that you can live and have the exact life that you desire. You can do it because it already exists. And that is what quantum leaping is all about. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.